Well, a very good morning. It is day 2 of the World Urban Forum here in Cairo in Egypt. Where we are is a South African exhibition which was opened yesterday by the Minister of Human Settlement, Mmamoloko Kubayi. An interesting conversation today will be the issue of the IBSA, South Africa, India, Brazil and South Africa conversation on the issue of slum transformation, a dialogue the Minister will be part of and also facilitating. Minister, an interesting conversation today will be the dialogue between India, Brazil and South Africa, the one that you'll be facilitating, focusing on slum transformation and the importance of that. Key to that is the issue of Brazil, how they have managed through their slum to now build urban housing. How important that conversation be for South Africa and trying to ensure that we reach the target that Brazil has reached as well.
Good morning to you. Definitely day 2, we're kick-starting. We'll start actually with the roundtable of African ministers, where we have it's almost like our caucus. Before we go to the world, we must talk as Africans what is important for us. Yes, the IBSA roundtable is critical. You'd remember that during the UN Habitat World Assembly, we championed the Global Action Plan as South Africa of the eradication of informal dwelling and slum dwelling. That was adopted as a global action plan. So as the champion of that, we continue to advocate for it. And we took that as a decision because it's what we're battling with, the informal settlements at home, which they are happening rapidly in a manner that is not planned. And what we want to utilize that is a platform where we could be able to learn from other countries how they are doing it, what has been, obviously we'll take the consideration of our own domestic laws, different to theirs, and how they are able to eradicate those. Because the important thing as we deal with climate change is to move people from informal setting to formality, because we know that those who stay in those informal settlements are prone to being affected by disasters, whether it's fires, whether it's droughts, heavy rains in terms of storms and tornadoes, because the structures are not permanent or are not durable. That's why they get affected, and hence it's important. It's a key important thing for us.
Minister, yesterday when you opened the exhibition, you talked about that as important it is for us to learn as South Africa from other countries, but also it's going to be a time for us to also showcase other countries of what we have done the past 30 years. What do you think are some of the highlights that you can highlight that South Africa has achieved in terms of human settlement over the past 30 years?
The journey through our policy in terms of your BNG RDPs, I mean, if you look at it, where we started with a subsidy of 15,000, today we're sitting with a subsidy of 189 of the RDP house that you know, with water, sanitation, electricity, and for the people with disability with butler bars and land ownership to people. It's a story, it's a worth story to tell. The growth in terms of within this 30 years, we've been able to have an institution that now focuses on quality of the houses is a story to tell.